So let's start. So imagine the principal is P. The principal is P. Your rate of interest is R, and your compound for n years. You're compounding annually. Compounding annually. Okay, and this R rate of interest is R% per annum. Okay, this is R% per annum. Let me write it here. It's R% per annum, n years annually, and the principal is P. Now we know we learned in our previous class. So what happens to the amount at the end of 1 year? So the amount at the end of 1 year is nothing but principal plus interest earned for 1 year. So what is the interest you earn? Interest is nothing but R%, which is R by 100 times of principal. Yes or no? Amount at the end of 1 year.
Yes, sir.
Amount at the end of 1 year is principal plus R by 100 times of principal. We did this in the previous class. So you know that is nothing but P taken common 1 plus R by 100. Did we learn this in previous class? P into 1 plus R by 100. If you remember, I told you if X increases by R%, what happens? X increases by R%. We learned it as X into 1 plus R by 100. Yes, did we learn this? Everyone, I want everyone to respond other than Ronak. At least in the message, we learned this. X increases by R%, X becomes X into 1 plus R by 100. Very good. Now, so now we also learned this once again if this increases by R%. Because now if you look at basically what do you mean by compound interest? Basically, can I say now this is becoming your amount? This will become the principal at the end of 1 year? Yes or no? Your principal will be nothing but your see, okay, what is happening here? Amount is, amount is principal plus interest, correct? Now at the end of 1 year, when you are calculating once again how much interest, okay, I'll explain. Just hold your breath. I'll explain what I'm trying to tell you. Just give me a second. Let me erase this quickly. I want to do it differently.
A bit confusing.
What happened?
Sir, a bit confused.
Yeah. So that's the reason I'm holding on. Wait. I don't want to confuse. That's the reason I just erased it. Let me make it simple for you. Okay. So tell me, what is the interest at the end of first year?
Sir, P plus R upon 100 into P.
No, interest. Only interest. What is interest? Interest will be nothing but R% on the principal. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So which will be R by 100 of principal is the interest that you earn at the end of 1 year?
Yes, sir.
So interest at the end of 1 year, can I say is PR by 100?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now interest at the end of 1 year is PR by 100. What is the amount at the end of 1 year?
So PR upon 100 plus P.
P plus PR by 100, correct? P plus PR by 100, because principal plus PR by 100 will become the new amount. So you're here, this is nothing but P times of 1 plus R by 100, correct? Is everyone with me?
Sir,
Is everyone? What, Ronak?
Sir, how did the P become 1?
P became 1. Okay, I took P common from these two. Hello?
Oh, yes, sir. Understood.
P plus PR by 100, I have taken P common. So P into 1 is P. P into R by 100 is PR by 100. I've just separated it.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Now tell me, what is the interest that's going to be in case of compound interest in the second year? How will you calculate interest of second year? How will you calculate interest on second year? It will be calculated on R%, which is R% of what? Can anyone tell me what percent? It will be R% of P into 1 plus R by 100. You will calculate R% of P into 1 plus R by 100 because this is the principal at the end of 1 year. To calculate the interest of second year in compound interest, this will become the principal. So you'll calculate R by 100 times of P into 1 plus R by 100. So now tell me, what will be the amount at the end of 2 years? Amount will be the principal amount P plus
R upon 100 into P into 1 plus R upon 100.
Very good. This entire thing. What is this entire thing?
The interest for the second year.
Amount of first year plus amount of second year.
So here, okay. Amount at the end of second year will be principal plus First, don't forget the interest that you have earned the first year. Do I need to calculate that?
No, sir.
Why not?
In first year you have written upside PR upon.
What?
The interest for first year you have written upside. So
Okay. So let me do it for you. At the end of second year. So what do you want me to add here? Hello, Ronak, go ahead. Okay.
R by
Wait.
100 into P into 1 plus R by 100.
So what will that be? P into R by 100, P into R, PR by 100 into 1 plus R by 100, right?
yes, sir.
Yes. So is that enough? No, it's not enough. I'll tell you
Sir.
why. We have to also add the interest earned in the first year, because amount at the end of second year is nothing but principal plus interest at the end of 1 year plus interest at the end of second year. So we have to add this PR by 100 also.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Okay, I'll explain. Let's go back here. Just go back. Now, when we calculated amount at the end of 2 years, if I were to calculate amount at the end of 2 years, how will you calculate here?
So we will take add the interest of first year to the principal.
We'll take it as 100 plus, sorry, 100 nahi, 1000 plus interest at the end of 1 year is 100 plus interest at the end of 2 years will be 110. Yes or no? If someone someone asks you to calculate amount at the end of 2 years, can I say it is principal plus interest earned at the end of 1 year and interest earned at the end of 2 years? Can I say this?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So let's look here now. So amount at the end of 2 years. I'm deriving the formula for you. I'm not giving you the formula. I'm deriving the formula for you. I am saying it's principal plus interest at the end of 1 year is PR by 100. Interest at the end of second year is PR times this one. P into R into 1 plus R by 100 into. So PR by 100 into 1 plus R by 100 is the formula. One second.
Sir, after PR upon 100, how did the 1 plus R upon 100 came?
This one, beta, I've just multiplied this. R by 100 into P into 1 plus R by 100. Na? This P into R is PR by 100. This P into R by 100 into 1 plus R by 100. This entire thing I've put it here.
So then,
Okay. Let me write it for you. R by 100 into P is PR by 100. R by 100 into P is PR by 100 into 1 plus R by 100. Is that okay?
sir, how directly 1 plus R upon 100?
What?
Sir, how directly 1 plus R upon 100? It should be R square now.
No, I've not taken this inside. P into R is still outside only. P into R by 100 is outside. R by 100 into P into 1 plus R by 100. So P into R by 100 and this 1 plus R by 100 is here only. I've not taken this inside. It's still outside only. I put it in the bracket.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Beta, this is basic arithmetic. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, how do we simplify this? Basically, children, you need not, in school, you don't require all this. You just need to remember the formulae. I'm trying to explain, so please concentrate. Now, look here. Now we have here P plus PR by 100. Can you see this P, this PR by 100? From these two, I'm taking out, rather, from these two, from this two, this one and this one. Can I take P taken common? Can I write it as 1 plus R by 100?
Yes, sir.
From this and this. Okay? Plus. Now, from these two, it is PR by 100 into 1 plus R by 100.
So we can take P into 1 plus R upon 100. As
One second. Hold your breath. Are you okay till now? From these two, I've taken P common. So P into 1 plus R by 100. This I am writing it as it is. This piece I am writing it as it is. Okay. Now, let me change the color. Let me change the color. Now, from these two, I can take out this P and this 1 plus R by 100 common from these two. Because P is there. 1 plus R by 100 is also common. So now I'll take P into 1 plus R by 100 common. If I take that as common, what is left over?
1 plus R upon 100.
No, P into 1 plus R by 100. So 1 plus, this is 1 because this is 1 unit. Taken that as common. So it's 1 plus
R upon 100.
R upon 100. Wonderful. R upon 100 because rest of it has been common. P into 1 plus R by 100. This piece is common. So that is taken out.
It is
Now,
square.
therefore, now it becomes P into 1 plus R by 100 into 1 plus R by 100. That's how it becomes P into 1
1
plus
plus R upon 100 square.
R upon 100 whole square. Wonderful. So this is nothing but amount at the end of 2 years. Amount at the end of 2 years. Amount at the end of 2 years is becoming P into 1 plus R by 100 whole square. Right? That's how it's becoming P into 1 plus. Let me switch on fan. I've closed everything. Are you okay until now? Is everyone okay?
Yes, sir. Sir, can you wait for 2 minutes? Means we have to.
Yeah. Please take down the notes. You write the steps, you'll understand. Don't worry, I'll make it easier for you. I'm just explaining you the logic first, then I'll make it easier for you to understand. Don't worry. Just take this. You need to learn it this way. Then you'll remember for lifetime. So far, so good. Okay. So what we have done here is we have taken principal R%, number of years, N annually. So first I have done only for 1 year and 2 year, and then I'm trying to explain. At the end of year 1, what happens? Interest earned at the end of year 1, amount at the end of year 1. Then we calculated interest at the end of 2 years. Now interest at the end of 2 years is nothing but your amount at the end of 1 year. Amount at the end of 1 year becomes the principal. So we calculated interest on that amount. So we got interest of the second year. So using now, we want to calculate amount at the end of 2 years. Amount at the end of 2 years is nothing but principal plus principal at the end of 1 year plus principal at the end of 2 years. We just added them up. So what we did all this while is just simplification of that. We simplified that and we realized that amount at the end of 2 years is coming as P into 1 plus R by 100 whole square. Yeah. The simplification you need to learn. I mean, this will help you to solve. See, it's easy to simplify if you have numbers. When you have variables, you find it difficult. If you solve more of this, you will learn how to use variables properly. Veda, are you able to follow? Varnika, are you able to follow? Arjun? Good. So take a photograph. That's better. Let me erase this. Okay. Let me go here and erase this first because I want to use this space. Now, if you observe here, amount at the end of 1 year. If you see for this example, wherein I took principal as P, rate of interest as R% per annum, and the situation is compounded annually. Okay, what we have realized is if you observe here, amount at the end of 1 year, we got it as P into 1 plus R by 100. We got it as P into 1 plus R by 100. Amount at the end of 1 year, we got it as principal into 1 plus R by 100. Okay, Also, we realized that amount at the end of 2 years, we got it as P into 1 plus R by 100 whole square. But if you actually look at the logic behind this, this is no different from what we did in our previous class. If X increases by R%, if X increases by R%, we learned X becomes X into 1 plus R by 100. Now, basically, when this value once again, if it increases by R%, if it increases by R%, it is becoming X into 1 plus R by 100 whole square. Did we learn this in the previous class, this piece?
Yes, sir, in simple interest.
During simple interest, not in simple interest. We learned it during simple interest. I was explaining separately as a concept.
Yes, sir.
We were trying to do successive discounting. There I explained this logic, if you remember. So if X increases by R%, X into 1 plus R by 100, once again increases by R%, it becomes X into 1 plus R by 100. Basically, if you look at it, now instead of X, start imagining, concentrate children, everyone, concentrate. Okay, just imagine this X is nothing but principal P. Now P, if it is growing by R%, it will become P into 1 plus R by 100 at the end of 1 year. And basically, what do you mean by compound interest? Compound interest is that on this new principal, you're once again earning R%. Therefore, the value that comes out is nothing but the amount at the end of 2 years, because this will take care of the entire interest earned, because it, here you are compounding on this. Basically, you're earning R% here and once again R% on the entire principal at the end of second year. So that's the reason it is becoming P into 1 plus R by 100. So if you logically look at it, at the end of 3 years, it will be nothing but you will earn R% on this. Therefore, your amount becomes P into 1 plus R by 100
Cube.
whole to the power of 3. Because it grows overall once again by R%. So that's the reason amount at the end of n years will be nothing but P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of n, because it keeps on growing year on year. That's how this formula P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of n has arrived. Does that make sense? If yes, mention yes in the chat box. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now basically, there is a situation wherein students are supposed to learn what happens if it is R% per annum compounded half yearly. So I'll explain that logic. Now let's look at this. Now let me go to the next page. So this is about amount. Now, say let's assume you know amount at the end of n years, you know principal P. So what will be, if someone asks you what will be the compound interest, so amount is always nothing but principal plus interest. That's a very fundamental formula. Your amount is always principal plus interest. Therefore, interest, if someone asks you interest is nothing but
Amount minus principal,
which is amount minus principal. So you just need to transpose that. Therefore, your compound interest is nothing but amount which is P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n, P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n, minus the principal. P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n minus principal. Few people will ask you to remember this as a formula. In that case, it will be compound interest is equal to your P is taken common from these two. So P into what is inside 1 plus R by 100, 1 plus R by 100 whole power n minus 1, because you have taken P common. But I don't recommend you to remember this formula. I don't recommend you to remember this formula, because once you know how to calculate amount at the end of n years, which is a very simple formula, now you can remember even at 12 midnight, principal into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. And that if you know that amount, you know compound interest formula, which is any interest is nothing but amount minus principal. So your amount minus principal, you know how to calculate amount. You calculate amount here. You know the principal there. Amount minus principal will give you the answer. Does that make sense? If yes, mention yes quickly so that I can go further. Good. So anyone unable to follow, please mention you're not following. Okay, so that I can stop, I can repeat wherever you need. Please don't hesitate.